A building site in Essex on a freezing cold day may not seem the most dramatic of locations, but 2,000 years ago this was the home stretch for the Brands Hatch of ancient Britain. Buried beneath these crumbling army barracks in derelict land is the only Roman circus ever discovered in the UK. Think of the epic of Ben-Hur, as Essex echoed to the sound of thundering hooves and the roar of spectators as brave racers risked their lives for glory and for Colchester. But after a millennium and a half, there's now only a matter of days left to preserve this circuit of ancient champions. Campaigners need to raise £200,000 by the end of the month to stop this site being sold off. Concealed underground, the circuit was only unearthed in 2004 when developers moved into the area. How on earth did you make this discovery?
At the very beginning, we began to find these bits of building which were very far apart, and we thought they're all the same, but how could they be all the same building? It wasn't until somebody joked, you need to find a chariot, that the penny suddenly dropped. It must be a circus, so we all raced back to the office. It's the most exciting afternoon of my archaeological career.
What's the plan? How are you going to showcase this?
What we want to do is we want to get hold of this garden so as we can bring the remains to the surface. We can't just let it be buried and ignored. We must do something about it.
Efforts to preserve this unique piece of Roman racing history have attracted a number of well-known supporters. Historian Dan Cruikshank thinks it would be foolish to lose such a treasure.
There's nothing else like this in Britain, naturally. Very few things like this in the world. I mean, a Roman circus is an incredible discovery. To have discovered something like this in what is really arguably the most important Roman city in Britain, Colchester, is sensational, extremely exciting. I mean, it's Colchester pulsates with the past. You walk around it, you can see it's a badge of pride and honour. It has got the building that it deserves to have, that you kind of would hope it would have, given its early importance. And by God, it does have it.
And many locals are equally enthusiastic. Well, you'd have to be to dress up in a skirt and sandals on a day like this.
If you don't know your history and know where you come from, you don't know where the hell you're going.
Do people care about this? Is there a sort of public interest in this?
Where they've discovered something like this, where you can actually excavate, bring it to life, that the ordinary people come in and see it. Unless we do that, then you're going to lose interest, you'll lose tourism, and it promotes the town in general.
It's on a par with Stonehenge, and you wouldn't say that's a load of old rocks, would you?
The deadline to get enough money together to buy this garden and uncover the secrets beneath my feet is the end of the month. Fingers crossed the local enthusiasts can do it. It's exactly 1600 years since the Roman army left Britain for good, but the legacy of those occupying legions is still keenly felt in Colchester.